Hello YouTube, I'm Neil. Today's topic will be on how to make your own monopod for GoPro or GoPro clone type cameras. Now this thing is great. I made this particular thing for my or this monopod for my kayak. It actually inserts into a rod holder at the rear of my seat, and it extends from the foam to the camera mount. It extends about 5 feet. Now, to go into some details on how I made this, I'll give you a few little a list of material what I have. First up is the carbon fiber tube. This thing is about 3 feet long, and it has a diameter of about 15/16 outside diameter. This is a piece of foam that you get at the hardware store. It's a piece of foam that's used around the PVC pipe for plumbing. You'll need a piece of PVC pipe, or if yours is like mine, if you build something like mine. And then you'll need some type of an extension pole. This is a leg from a tripod I bought years ago. I didn't use it anymore, so I took it apart. I came up with 3 of these. So what I did with mine, I took this to the bandsaw and cut this particular this tip off. I wanted the metal cap because that's used to help mount this into the carbon fiber tube. I'll show you in a few minutes. So what I did, once I had that and everything laid out, I placed the tripod leg next to my carbon fiber rod, and I determined how, or the length I needed to give me good support. So I felt that was plenty enough. I didn't want to mount it too close to the end and have it break off if something hit it, or period of time it wear out or whatever. I just did not want it to be too flimsy. So I needed the rigidity to keep my camera from flopping around or moving while the boat. You've got enough motion in the boat as it is. You didn't need any more flex at the top of the camera where the camera is mounted to the tripod leg. So I cut that down. I made it as rigid as I can without taking away from the overall length. And once I determined that, I laid my the tripod leg next to the carbon fiber, and I determined how or where I need to drill a hole. I used a Sharpie and made a dot where that was the drilling to take place. I also made a mark on the tripod that matched the top of where the carbon fiber tube was. So this gave me a depth of which I needed to mount or inserted this into that mark. That gave me that depth I needed to line up with the holes I'm about to drill. So once I put that in place, I held it there, I held it in place, I proceeded to drill a small hole for a 632 or a 440. Once I drilled one hole through the carbon fiber into the aluminum cap, I tapped it and I inserted a socket head bolt. Well, that held it in place enough to where I rotated the entire carbon rod and tripod leg over and drilled one at 180 degrees opposite of the one I drilled prior. I tapped and inserted another 632 or 440 socket head bolt. Then I proceeded to drill 2 more in 90 degrees of the first 2. So now I have 360 or every 90 degrees I have a bolt holding the tripod leg in place. I felt that was secure enough. Then I noticed once that was bolted, I still had some movement. It's still loose fitting where the carbon fiber tube and the aluminum rod exited, where they made contact. So what I did to eliminate that, I took a piece of the PVC pipe and cut about a 1/2 inch length, and then I cut it into 4 sections. I used 2 of those sections, and I slid them down in beside or in between the aluminum tripod leg and the carbon fiber tube. Well, I found that was enough to secure my tripod leg in place and keep it from moving. I took the pieces back out, coated them with a little bit of Gorilla Glue, slid them back in. And then once that dried, I placed some shrink tubing over the entire connection to keep water from coming in. It's not necessarily needed, but I wanted to in case I decided to use, in case I found some batteries I might want to insert here, and then drill a hole and run some wires from the batteries up to my camera for additional power. If all else fails, if I don't find the batteries, I'll probably just mount something on the side and Velcro it and strap it down really good. You could go that route too. But anyway, with this thing fully extended, I get about a length of 5 feet from where the foam ends and all the way to the tripod mount, or to the camera mount. I get about 5 feet total. And then I just use this small mechanism here that came with my camera. By the way, I'm using an SJ4000, SJ Cam, and it came with all these. It came with a waterproof mount. It came with all types of various mounts. So this worked perfect for what I have here. So you can use whatever you have for whatever camera you might be needing or using. So that's it in a nutshell. I hope you can take this and use any ideas I have proposed to you in building you a monopod. So with that being said, hope you have a good day, and hope to see you on the water.